Countdown to kickoff, heading out to the ATL, Atlanta, Georgia, with Zach Klein, sports director of WSB-TV. Let's get back to last season for a second. How sour of a taste did that game against the Packers leave with this whole team last year?
It was cruel. I mean, it was a brutal blow to this franchise, to this fan base. Now here they are. They go 13-3. They have an All-Pro in Roddy White, Tony Gonzalez, Matt Ryan, Michael Turner. You win the NFC South over your bitter rivals in New Orleans Saints. You have a first-round bye. You're watching everybody else beat each other up. And then the Packers get into the playoffs in the last weekend of the football season. They win their first wild card game. They come into Atlanta, maybe a little tired. The Falcons had an extra week to prepare, and it wasn't even close. Matt Ryan had a crucial error at the very last minute and a half of the second quarter. A pick six that went the other way, and then just totally changed the game. They never were able to come back from that, and it's been a long off season. I mean, especially not being able to see these guys and talk to them that much because of the lockout. Ryan took it upon himself to gather the guys. A lot of those guys on the roster live in Atlanta, Rick, so they had a lot of kind of unofficial, official workouts. Matt Ryan gathered the guys. In excess of 30 players at a local high school 2 or 3 times a week to work out. He had Julio Jones by his side nearly every single day to work and get better. And I don't think they'll go 13-3 again, but I think they'll be a much better football team. And I think they can thank the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers for torching them in that playoff game to help them for the 2011 season.
The offense seems electric, in my opinion. Is the area concern on the defense?
Without a question. I mean, look what Rodgers did. I mean, they had no pressure. I mean, he had, what's that old, days when you and I were playing back in the day, you have, you're going against your buddies and you have 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, and then you can throw it. I mean, that's what these guys had to throw. And when you're playing against the quarterbacks this year, the Falcons are playing against, obviously Manning's going down, so they're not having to deal with him this year in the Colts, but you're having, Drew Brees twice a year. You're going to have Cam Newton to deal with. You're going to have Freeman for the Buccaneers to deal with. You're going to have Aaron Rodgers to deal with, Michael Vick to deal with. So, I mean, they're talking about some elite quarterbacks in the NFL having to face this Falcon defense that ranked 22nd in the league last year in pass defense. So they got to get pressure on the quarterback. They pick up Ray Edwards, a huge acquisition from the Minnesota Vikings, but he had surgery, so he wasn't full health coming into the training camp. So he's been slow to get back on the field. I think he only played a quarter and a half of the preseason. But they're trying to get better, and I think that's definitely an area of concern for them. And I think that's the weak link on this team if you had to pick one.
What about Tony Gonzalez? I mean, the guy is obviously an all-pro tight end, but he's not getting younger. How many more good years do you think he has left?
Yeah, I think every year you're about to call him out, and say, hey, man, you ready to retire? He looks at you like you're crazy. I mean, you look at this guy in the locker room, he gets out of the shower, he's got the towel around his waist. The dude looks 27 years old. I mean, he's probably, 6'5", 250 pounds, something like that, 4% body fat. I mean, he's just shredded. He's ripped. He's in unbelievable physical condition. So I see no reason why he can't, compete for another 2 years. I mean, he still puts up the numbers. He's a great leader in the locker room. Everybody looks up to him the way he carries himself on and off the field. The coaches know that, hey, we don't need to push this guy 5 days a week. Let's let him rest. Let's let him relax. Let him, get in the ice and the hot tubs and, get his body fresh, because we know on Sundays he's going to perform. So I see no reason why Rick, why he can't, play another 2 years. And what's surprising to me, here's a Hall of Famer, tight end, holds so many records. I think he holds 7 NFL records. He's never been to a playoff game, never won a playoff game. So I think if, the Falcons go deep in the playoffs this year, give him a taste of that, I think that, he could come back.
Let's head out to our Facebook page, facebook.com/TYT Sports. Trent Callier asks you, do you think Julio Jones will have a big enough impact so the Falcons can make a Super Bowl run?
Super Bowl run, yes. And I think that the pieces are in place to do that, with or without Julio. And then when you add him into the fold, I mean, you look at the weapons Matt Ryan has. I mean, he's got Michael Turner, Jason Snelling in the backfield. You got Tony Gonzalez. You got Roddy White. Harry Douglas is fully healthy. Sat out, basically all of last year with that reconstructive knee surgery. He spent the next 14 months getting better. And then you add Julio, who is a bigger, stronger, not as quick wide receiver as Roddy White, but he's another weapon on the field to throw to. So I think it's a great question. I think he adds just another body on that field that you're going to have to guard. So do you double-team Julio, or do you double-team the All-Pro and Roddy White? Or what about Tony Gonzalez coming over the middle? So I think with Ryan at the quarterback leading this offense, I mean, they can easily put up 30 points a game. It's just a question if they have one more point on the scoreboard at the end to give them the win, because, again, their defense is suspect.
Last question for you, Zach. The over-under is set at 10.5 wins this year. What do you think about that?
Wow. The guys in Vegas are good, aren't they, Rick?
Yeah, they are.
I think they're a 10-6, 11-5 ball club. I mean, if I had to guess, I would probably go 10-6 because I think the schedule is more difficult for them this year. Again, we mentioned the Eagles, the Packers. They have to play the Saints twice. The Buccaneers are a much improved team. So I don't think they'll have a better record than they did a year ago, but I think they'll be a better team, if that makes sense. I think last year everything just went perfect for them. The fact that their offensive line was healthy for the entire season, for the most part, they didn't lose any of their key components to season-ending injuries. So I think health is a huge deal. Schedule is a huge deal. I think 10-6, 11-5 is a great call.